this is Sims, and we're back with more sweet views, yay! And so we were going into our first attempt, our first challenge, I guess, in the castle thing, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, my, this is certainly extravagant. Just like the outside of the castle, the interior was also an odd mix of east and west. This particular room seemed to have a stronger European influence. There's like a flashing light back there. In the center was a statue of a creepy-looking animal. A lion, maybe? It's like a weird lion, monkey, eagle thing, but it's like all sorts of weird. There was a large device with several panels next to the statue. Each panel had a silhouette of a person on it, and let me guess, there's 7. Well, yeah, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that you can see, 5 on the top, and I'm guaranteeing there's 2 more, so. The doors to the left and right had chains bolted across them. Obviously, we weren't going out that way anytime soon. This room is creepy. I sure hope we're not going to get locked in here or something. Yeah, you knew that was going to happen. No sooner were the words out of my mouth than the doors swung shut behind us. Damn it, it's locked. You just had to say it, didn't you? What are we going to do? We're trapped, you guys. I'd meant it as a joke, but suddenly being trapped in the room with that statue didn't seem so funny. Still, standing around worrying about it was only going to waste time. If we want to get out of here, then we're going to have to solve this puzzle. Oh fuck, we're gonna die. So gonna die. We're gonna get a bad ending. I know I'm gonna choose the wrong thing. Every bit of time was precious. I started to look around the room. Hey, don't do anything rash. We need to think about this carefully. Yeah, and then we'll be thinking carefully when this whole place goes boom. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I won't touch anything. Touch something, kills everyone. I guess you don't get to be a police detective without being methodical. We do need to be cautious, but Midorashi's right too. If we don't move quickly, we're gonna be in bad shape. I started moving around the room, examining things, and before long the others started to do the same. That statue and the panels next to it both seemed pretty suspicious. I mumbled to myself and walked toward the statue. Then suddenly, I heard a mechanical voice begin to speak. Announcer voice, I guess. Awaken to your destiny and slay the demon. Is it supposed to be Nue? Fail to slay the Nue and die by its poison. Huh. I think that was some kind of hint. A Nue. What's a Nue? They probably mean that statue. He raised a hand to point at the thing in the center of the room. Oh, so a Nue is an animal? I thought it was a lion or something at first, but as I looked closer, I could see that wasn't even close. Ah yes, the Nue, a Japanese creature of myth and legend. Whoa, that's pretty cool. So why the hell's it here? With all our eyes on the Nue, something that looked sort of like smoke began to spill out of its mouth. Poison. What? What the heck is this? Get away from there. His voice was slightly muffled by the handkerchief he'd suddenly pressed over his mouth and nose. The rest of us all clasped whatever we had to our own faces. Oh no! Is this poison gas? I'm afraid it probably is. By now, the stuff pouring out of its mouth was purple. Clearly, it wasn't ordinary smoke. Smoke would have risen up, but this was slowly spreading out over the floor. And failed to slay the Nue and die by its poison. And I guess we figured out that part of the riddle. Ayumu frowned and rubbed a hand across his rough beard. Whatever happens, we can't just start running around. There's no place for the gas to go. If we move it too much, we might end up spreading it. And then what the hell are we gonna do? We're gonna die if it fills the room up! I love his sad Muppet face. Don't shout. We need to keep the air still. The calmer it is, the longer that gas stays on the floor. Like, how would you know? Sounds like something they teach you in Police Academy. Come on. Let's just calm down. We've still got plenty of time before the gas... We've got plenty of time. We have 7 fucking hours. You gas us in the first 5 minutes? The little lady's right. If we can solve this puzzle, we should be home free. Freaking out's just gonna waste the air we got. Chill out! Chill out! How are you so calm? Wakasa, no! He shot across the room to the door we'd come in through and began to furiously twist the handle. Oh, this asshole's gonna get us killed. It's locked! Like, hello? Well, that sounded more like a question. It's locked, stupid! Yeah. Didn't you hear what I said? We have to keep the air calm. I don't care! There's gotta be someone outside, right? Hey! Hey, open this door! Open up! He had gone into a state of total panic, frantically pulling on a door that clearly wasn't going to open. We're even listening, you little twerp. You said we're gonna run out of air if you do that. Wait! I gestured desperately to Mitarashi to calm down and walked as slowly and carefully as I could over to Wakasa. Hey, Wakasa, listen to me! We didn't have any time to waste, but I couldn't just leave him in a panic either. You have to calm down. We can get out of here. We just have to solve the puzzle. She's right. Everything's gonna be fine. When did he... As I was wondering how he'd moved so quietly, Shido reached out to take a hold of Wakasa's arms. Really? Urabe spoke up. Oh, look at the gas. It's coming up very slowly. We have plenty of time left before it becomes dangerous. There's no need to be rash. I saw his hand loosen and slide off the doorknob. Shido was awfully reassuring. Then again, he was a police officer, and of all the people there, he seemed the most reliable. When he said things would be all right, you believed him. And Urabe made a good point too. Slowly and carefully, we made our way back to the statue. The thing that voice said earlier sounded like a hint. Do any of you know what it might mean? Awaken to your destiny and slay the demon Nue. Fail to slay the Nue and die by its poison. Well, at least we'll die by poison instead of being blown up. I'm just saying. And the latter part appears to be fairly straightforward. Perhaps we should concentrate on the line which says, awaken to your destiny. Maybe. We still don't know squat about this room. We need to look around some more. Yeah, we don't have a lot of time, so why don't we split up? Fine. How are we gonna split up then? This room looks awfully fucking tiny, so I'm not really sure why we need to split up, but... let me think. How do we want to split up? Examine panels with Shido, Wakasa, and Mayoshi. Examine statue with Shirabe, Mitarashi, and Urabe. I think since, we're technically, we're supposed to go down, Toa's path first, right? So I feel like this would be the best. I don't want to use the guide on what answers we're supposed to pick, but I have a feeling that you get more points with these 3 people if you choose that, right? Seems logical. So, although I do want to examine the statue, but I'm sure we'll do that later. So since Toa is supposed to be, that's the recommended first route, I want to try to do the things that we know might get us on his path, and then when we get other things that just come up that aren't clear. Like, I know there's a point where you get to spend time with whoever on your time up, we'll spend time with him just to try to force ourselves down that path. And then when we're in his path, we're just going to do what the fuck ever and hope we don't get a bad ending. I don't know. So anyway. So this is what we'll go with. How about me, Shido, Wakasa, and Mayoshi look at those panels? Sounds fine. Why are you making the decision? And why did you choose these groups? Huh? What, are they bad? No, this is fine. Who cares? Why are we whining about who's doing what? We don't have time for that. Then let's get going. And with that, we split up. Shido, Wakasa, Mayoshi, and I headed toward the panels. Which one's Miyoshi? I forget. Oh, this is the panel thing. Okay. What do you think these silhouettes are supposed to represent? They look like fighters of some kind. That's the awaken to your destiny. There's 7 of them, 7 of us. I took a closer look at the panels. Each one had a human-looking silhouette. One panel was lit up. Yeah, they look like people. One of them has a sword. This one has a bow. Miyoshi suddenly spoke up. Ah, okay. I couldn't remember. I don't remember all of them, but there are names under each one. Oh, hey, you're right. This is, warrior, monk, mage. So I guess they're not all fighters. Right. I wouldn't really call a mage a fighter. I was trying to figure out what it meant when Miyoshi spoke. I think they're classes. Classes? Wakasa piped up. Oh, you mean like in RPGs? Yeah. Right, of course. I get it now. I punched my hand in victory. The panels had to be for character classes, just like he'd said. But only one of them is lit up. Yeah, the monk one. Why only that one? There had to be some sort of meaning to it. You, Miyoshi, you know a lot about the game this attraction was based on, right? Yeah, I beat it once. Give me a summary of it, quickly. The protagonist is a warrior who goes on an adventure and teams up with a bunch of other people. And eventually you have a full party of 7. A party of 7? That must be what the panels are. Oh, you only have a party of 7. Well, that's because it's like Samurai Fantasy 7? That's why you get 7? No, I don't know. I don't know, but I mean... It just... I should have figured it was 7, but I was thinking like Final Fantasy 7. You know what I mean? Like... It didn't... That one went right over my head and it just smacked me upside the back of it right now. Duh. Okay. I realized I was yelling and quickly shut my mouth, but Shido nodded thoughtfully. Yes, that must be it. The 7 heroes. But I don't get it. Why is this guy the only one who's lit up? We should report back to the other group and strategize. They must have found something by now. We all agreed and headed back toward the statue and the other team. You guys look at the panel. Okay. You guys stand right next. We'll look at this panel and you look right next to us at the statue. We're literally like a foot apart. We meet up again and begin to exchange information. Alright, let's go over everything. The panels are the 7 adventurers from Samurai Fantasy 7. The only one that's lit is the monk. The 5 buttons on the Nue are on the head, neck, legs, stomach, and tail. That's everything, right? Why are there only 5 buttons? Everyone nodded. The panels on the statue must be connected somehow. But what does awaken to your destiny have to do with them? This is tough. What does awaken to your destiny mean? Well, obviously we're one of the 7 characters. As we thought, the soft hiss of gas filled the silence. We have to do something, and soon, or... I glanced down at the time. An hour had already passed. I could see everyone else was feeling the pressure, too. All around the room were twitchy feet and bit lips. Man, we're not getting anywhere. And I say we just go balls out and hit one of those buttons. Huh? Wait, stop! I tried to grab him, but he just shook me off. Stop! Shido dashed forward to try and stop him, but Mitarashi hit the button on the statue's leg before he could. Everyone froze. You're not the monk! Huh? Or is he the monk? A bright chime echoed through the room as the light on the monk panel clicked off and the mage panel lit up. Why would he have been the monk? Because he lives in a whorehouse? I mean... You know, get thee to a nunnery. You know, like nuns, monks, but like a nunnery used to be like ye oldie term for a whorehouse. I'm just saying. That's the best I can do to like figure that one out. Huh. And now that mage one's lit. Yeah, it is. Huh, see? Just gotta go for it. What are y'all worried about anyway? Blowing the fucking thing up? And don't do that again, alright? Hey, back off, cop. You're not the boss of me. Before anyone else could stop him, Mitarashi smacked the button on the Nue's stomach. Damn it, Mitarashi, what the hell? He grabbed the other man by the collar and shook him. No, stop! I tried to shove them apart, but as I did... Because you're not the mage. What was that sound? Great, now we're gonna die. The mage panel. It's turned red. What? There's more gas coming out of its mouth. What? Mitarashi and Shido leapt away from the statue, and I could see that the gas was indeed pouring out of its mouth much faster now. You idiot! You realize what you just did? And were you even thinking? And we're risking our lives with every move we make here. Jesus, I'm sorry. But hey, look at it this way. And now you got some idea of what's going on with these buttons. Yes, I suppose so. But still, you need to learn to exercise a little restraint. Mayoshi quietly raised his hand. Did you notice something? Well, not so much notice as remember, I guess. What did you remember then? In Samurai Fantasy 7, and the Nue is a boss somewhere around the middle of the game. There's a sort of trick to beating it. Trick? It's weak versus arrows, but you can't hit it with an arrow unless you, set up the attack first. First the monk hits the legs with a special attack, that stops it, and then your mage hits the tail, which keeps it from casting spells. Finally use the hunter to attack with his bow. Monk, mage, hunter. There's a panel for each one on here, right? Oh! So that's why the monk panel was lit up. Mitarashi just got lucky and pressed the right button. And now the mage one is lit up. Ah, so when the stomach button was pushed incorrectly, the panel turned red. Probably. So next up would be... which button are we supposed to press next? It was the tail. You just said that. Okay, I'm not stupid. The tail should be next. Because what's-his-face already hit the stomach anyway. Right you are, Missy. Even the best headline means squat if it's not carrying the heavy weight of the truth. Use your noggin and the truth's your friend. Kind of weird-ass fucking like Yoda bullshit are you spewing at me right now? I think you may have a bit of promise. Because I just remembered what the other guy... We got love points with him? I just remembered what the other guy said 2 seconds ago. Weird. I wonder if you're supposed to say different things for different people. Like, I think it was the stomach, and they're like, no, idiot. You know what I mean? That's the right answer, and that shouldn't have given me specific points for an individual person. Like, I don't... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, sounds like the tail is probably right. Very well. I shall push the button. The tail, correct? Well, yeah, I mean, you would be the mage. 100%. When Urabe pushed the button on the statue's tail, a small chime sounded. Aha! And the red light on the mage's panel is turned off. When the mage panel turned off, the hunter panel had lit up. It's on the hunter now. You were right, Mayoshi. Awesome! And now there's only one more button to push. He let out a long, shaky sigh of relief. Yeah, we've only got one button left, but which one? Mayoshi had said the hunter attacked last, but he hadn't said where. Well, we've already attacked the leg and the tail, so that leaves us with 3 options. It didn't take long for the others to come to the same conclusion, of course. And the next button is the last one. But which button is it? You, Mayoshi, where does the hunter attack this thing? Mayoshi shook his head slowly. Sorry, I don't remember. What? You gotta be kidding me. And don't be too hard on him. Who's going to remember every single detail of a big game like that? So we've just gotta guess? Oh, if we get it wrong, the gas is gonna fill up the room, right? This is bad. If Miyoshi couldn't remember, though, there wasn't a whole lot we could do. Then suddenly, Shirabe spoke up. Attack with a bow. Bow. Wait. He was mumbling to himself and tapping his forehead with his fingers. Is this some sort of nervous habit? He was doing it before, too. Maybe that's why he's like, see, this isn't a cut on my forehead. It's literally because I just bashed my skull in. In the tale of Heiki? Minamoto no Yorosama killed the Nue with a bow, passed down to him by Minamoto no Yorimitsu. And that's probably where the game got it. In Minamoto's slaying of the Nue and Yoshitoshi's new forms of 36 monsters, the Nue is shot in the neck. You're right. I think it was the neck. Okay, so the button on the neck is the one we should press next. Wow, Shirabe sure knows a lot of stuff. Very well. I shall push the button on the neck. As he spoke, Yurabe leaned over and pressed the button. One puzzle down, I thought, but he's not the hunter. He's the mage, but he's not the hunter. Somebody else has to do it. What? But why is the hunter's panel red? The gas was also coming out of the Nue's mouth faster than before. Damn it! What did we do wrong? That should have worked. None of us had the answer. It should have worked. I know the answer. Shido was right. So what happened? Something's off. That's your destiny. Somebody else has to press the button. I couldn't shake the feeling that we'd missed some important part of the puzzle. I ran the announcement we'd heard earlier over and over in my head. What am I missing from that announcement? Explosive Insight. The Explosive Insight system helps you solve problems with the power of your mind. Pick the words and phrases that stand out by setting bombs up on 3 of them. If one of your choices was the right one, then a flash of inspiration will bring you the solution to your conundrum. Okay, so you just have to get 1 out of 3? Okay. I think the announcement said, awaken to your destiny and slay the demon Nue. Fail to slay the Nue and die by its poison. Oh. Oh, okay. Awaken your... Okay, hold on. Everything after fail to slay is pretty straightforward, so we decided to focus on awaken to your destiny. We split up and examined the statue and the panels. To slay the Nue, we figured out we would need to follow specific steps. We got the monk and the mage right, which left us with the hunter. Thanks to Shirabe, we knew we needed to attack the neck, but when Yurabe pushed the button, it didn't work. At this rate, we are going to die by poison. So what is it we haven't figured out yet? Okay, so I think it's the... I think Awaken to Your Destiny is one of them. I mean, because that's the... Everything after fail to slay. I don't think... Specific steps, attack the net. I think that's the only one, because Awaken Your... It's one of the other people has to do it, right? That's what I would... That's the Awaken to Your Destiny. Like, one... Like, you're this, you're the... And maybe it doesn't matter who it is, but... I guess we'll choose statue, because there's something to do with the statue. And then... Wait, why can't I... Specific steps? Sure, I don't know which 3 we're supposed to choose, but I feel like it's Awaken Your Destiny, but... I don't know which one it was. There you go. I'm assuming there's only one right one, and you just pick 3 because you're bound to pick the one right one out of it. It gives you more of a chance, but... We still haven't figured out what Awaken Your Destiny is supposed to mean. Okay. Could that be the hint we need? Of course. And we were so caught up in thinking about the game we forgot the announcement. It was very insightful of you to notice that. It's only gonna get harder, but I'm like, okay, well, I mean, it was kind of obvious, but... Oh, well, if you awaken to your destiny, and then that means you figure out what it is, right? I think this is it. We're finally gonna beat this puzzle. We've got 5 minutes, guys. The panels with those pictures on them need a closer look. Maybe they got something to do with awakening to our destiny. I just thought of something. Well, spit it out, Wakasa. You said that in the Samurai Fantasy game, you have a party of 7 people, right? Yeah. So they put 7 panels here for the party, and there's 7 of us. You think maybe there's a connection? You're right. Count Augustine did call us heroes. Maybe each of these panels represents one of us. Of course. To awaken to our destiny, we have to determine which panel correspond to which person. That has to be it. So if Mitarashi and Urabe pushed the buttons earlier, then they have to be the monk and the mage, right? Huh. Well, I do have the sweet abs of a guy who just trains all day. But how's this dude a mage? Perhaps because of how we look. Huh? Oh, huh? What do you mean? I believe we must take into account our personalities and appearance, instead of simply looking at our actual careers. He was right. Mitarashi certainly seemed like a martial monk, and Urabe clearly looked like someone who used magic. Then who's the hunter? Come on! Obviously it's this guy. Am I supposed to choose? Because I don't know. Me? Why am I the hunter? Well, you're a cop, right? That means you got a piece. I mean, his logic is where I was going, so I was like, fuck. If he's it's probably wrong, but... He grinned, making a gun with his hand, and pretended to fire it. Oh, well, if that's the case... All right. Huh? Wait, that was a joke. What? Before anyone could stop him, Shido reached over and pressed the button on the neck. Everyone gasped. Ah! I mean, he would have been the one I would have thought as the hunter, too, but... The flow of gas from the Nue's mouth suddenly stopped. Well, not just that, he's a cop. He hunts down criminals, right? Look! The statue's moving. It slid slowly to the side, revealing a staircase leading to a lower floor. As it did, a chime sounded and the hunter panel turned green. Could you imagine? You're like, yeah, we did it! Oh, this is only the first part of the puzzle and we spent 4 hours on that. Fuck. Oh, the gas is getting sucked out through the ventilation. He was right. I could see the thick fog quickly vanishing into the vents on the walls. It looks like we've beaten the first part of this game. I let out a sigh of relief. It took only a few moments for all the gas to disappear. Damn. I felt the entire room relax. Everyone, that is, except for Shido. He was busy frowning at the Nue. I feel like that's his permanent expression, though. Like, are you okay? I'm extremely thrilled. I could tell. Is something wrong? I was just thinking that this is only the first puzzle. And we're gonna see many more, and they'll all put us in danger. And so this is just gonna keep going. Well, this is the first stage of the first area. We got a long ways to go. All of the attractions have likely been modified to make them lethal like this one. That must be why the crafty little devil said we'd be responsible for any danger we got into. That just means that if we want to get through this, we'll have to be like the adventurers in the game and work together. They all nodded. Just then, a short tune played over the room's speakers, followed by an announcement. The room of the Guardian has been completed. You have obtained a reward. A reward? Before we had time to ponder what it meant, the base of the statue popped open. Gas masks! Well, we don't need them now. I ran up to it and looked inside to find a chest that looked exactly like one you might find in a video game. Are you sure our uncle isn't doing this? Because this series seems like something he would do. There's a scroll. He pulled it out of the chest and showed us. This looks like a map of the attraction. See, here's the room we're in. And then there are 2 more rooms with puzzles in them. I turned to see him glancing down over my shoulder at the map. There were indeed 2 more rooms. The Corridor of Hate and the Room of the Supreme Ruler. 2 more? Damn, this one took us 2 hours. Then we've still got 5 left, chum. We better get moving then, don't you think? Right. I'm not gonna live through this, am I? I just want to go home. His voice is all over the place, but whatever. We headed down the stairs toward the Corridor of Hate. I was gonna say, it was like only 3 of our people used the thing, so here we go. When we reached the bottom of the stairs, we found ourselves in a long stone hallway. It was dark and gloomy, but there were torches mounted along the walls, casting enough light to see by. And this place is scary. He was right. The darkness would have been bad enough, but there were also a bunch of what looked like demon heads on the wall. I moved a little closer to one of the heads and noticed a set of panels. These are just like the ones we saw a bit ago. And the one that's lit now is the Bard. That would be what's-his-face, because he's a singer. Huh? What's it look like? Mitarashi pushed forward toward the panel. Whoa! Gah! Something flew out of the left-hand wall at an incredible speed. Mitarashi only barely managed to jump out of the way in time. And this is an arrow. Sure enough, there was now an arrow embedded in the opposite wall. Damn, that was close. Second later, and I've been a shish kebab. Have a look at this arrow. Too thick for a bow, don't you think? And this is a crossbow quarrel. If you want to die, that's your business. But I'd appreciate it if you could, just every now and then, look before you leap. He frowned and grumbled at Shido under his breath, but I could see beads of sweat on his forehead. That must have been scary, even if he won't admit it. If nothing else, the arrow sticking out of the wall was now a powerful reminder that we needed to be careful. Do you think each of these heads has a trap like that in it? Yeah, then we just crawl along the floor, it's fine. Oh, but that one in the top corner looks like it's pointed down, so... looks that way. We'll walk in front of one of these faces and you end up with a fancy new hole or 2. Shirabe's shoulders slumped in exhaustion as he finished, and Wakasa looked too shocked to speak. Proceed with care through this hateful corridor. Give ear to the song of the demons, for they will be purified by the light that shines in the darkness. Then the voice was quiet. Thanks. Would have been nice to know I needed to proceed with care before I just about got skewered. It was true that if the announcement had come on earlier, he wouldn't have been in danger. But if he hadn't been in such a hurry in the first place... And now what in the furious hell do they mean by give ear to the song of the demons? And what's that purification nonsense about? Shirabe scratched at his beard and worked the candy around in his mouth. But doesn't he eat it? It'd be weird to just suck on it constantly, right? Perhaps it would be best to take these questions one at a time. Shall we start with give ear to the song of the demons? The Bard right here. Scaredy McPants over here. Alright, well obviously the demons are these ugly bastards. And that's all we really know. We need more information, people. Facts. Verifiable facts. Shirabe edged towards the nearest head. Very, very carefully began to examine it. Do you see anything? Yes, I do. And this fella's got a little light on his forehead. I figure it's some sort of sensor. Let me see. Oh, that's okay. With now out their pictures, it's hard for me to remember their names. Like, oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Time to put it to the test then. I jumped as he waved his hand in front of the demon's nose, but no arrow came out. Relax, see? As long as you don't trip the sensor, no arrow. Easy. You scared me. He sighed and told everyone to step back. He waved his hand over the demon's face again, this time in front of the sensor. Hey! Just like before, an arrow shot out of the demon's mouth with blinding speed. And there you have it. Is your hand all right? I literally thought, is your head on okay? What the fuck were you doing? Nothing to worry about, little lady. I pulled my hand away at the last second. Keeps calling me little lady and it's fucking weird. That's fine. Well, there are a lot of these heads and there's no pattern to them. Impossible to avoid them all. Indeed. We all sighed. There's no way we can just run past them or something. That means there's gotta be a way we can disable the arrows. I was still mulling it over in my head when Wakasa suddenly spoke up. Did that... What is it? Oh, nothing probably. I don't really think it's anything important. Mitarashi rolled his eyes. No one's gonna blame you. Not like any of us know what the hell's going on. Just spit it out, kid. He started to move toward Wakasa. I do want to know what he noticed. What should I do? Stop Mitarashi and Wakasa. My nose. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Stop him from asking him or stop him from attacking him. But Wakasa might know something. You know what I mean? I'm not really sure. They're both the same. Are we stopping him from... Like, he's going over to him. Are we stopping him? Like, stop. Just let him speak. Or are we like... Is this saying, like, yeah, no, go ahead, beat him up? I don't know. Like, stop him? Or is stop him... Okay, hold on. I gotta think this through. Because maybe stopping him is like... No, stop. Just leave him be. And then we ignore him. Whereas we like, well, hey, he might know something. We talk to him. Or let Mitarashi, like, beat it out of him. I don't know. I think we should go with he might know something, because that's... But it's just weird that it's stop him! Like, stop! Leave him alone, and then we ignore him? Because that's not what I want, so... Mitarashi's being way too pushy, but we do need all the information we can get. You need to tell us what you noticed. It might be the hint we need to figure out all of this. I don't really think it's gonna be what you think it is, but I guess you've got a point. Okay, well, that was the right answer then. Woohoo! What the heck are you being so secretive anyway? Well, at least I'd gotten him to talk. I thought I heard something from the demon's mouth. It was a really faint, like a sort of stretching noise. Stretching? Wakasa was still mumbling and thinking to himself when Shido suddenly raised his head. Give ear to the song of the demons. Of course! That noise you heard has to be the demon's song. Can you still hear it? He shook his head and frowned. So once the arrow fires, you can hear the noise for a little while and then it stops? Maybe, but I could have just been imagining it. I mean, the rest of you couldn't hear it, right? Oh, he may not have, but there is an easy way to determine the truth. Perhaps we should fire another arrow. Right. One more time then. Wakasa, raise your hand when you hear the noise, then drop it when it stops. Okay. Are you sure I should do it, though? You may be the only one of us who can hear it. All right. Good. I'll trigger the sensor. Are you sure? You gonna be okay? I just watched Shirabe do it. As long as I'm careful, I'll be fine. All you have to do is go in from the top, wave your finger over the sensor, and then it won't shoot you. I stepped up to the demon's face, glanced nervously around, and then waved my hand over the sensor. Just like before, an arrow shot out and embedded itself in the wall. Oh! His hand shot up. Then before I could even react, Shido stepped in front of me and waved his hand in front of the sensor. What had he done that for? I was still wondering when Wakasa lowered his hand. What was that? You were watching, right? I didn't trigger an arrow. Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, I kind of figured that. Listen to its sound. It's like, oh, so while it's making a noise, the arrow's loading. The next arrow's loading, so you've got time. Ah, how clever. I see now. So the noise Wakasa heard was the trap reloading. Yes, my best guess is that it takes approximately 5 seconds. So, for about 5 seconds right after an arrow is fired, the trap can't fire because it's reloading. How the fuck are 7 of us getting past that in 5 seconds? Also, there's a lot of these along the wall, if you can't tell. Finally, we'd figured out one part of the announcement. Give ear to the song of the demons. I couldn't hear anything, though. You must have really good ears. Alright, and we've figured out how the demon faces work. And now we just need our bard to do his little performance one more time. Yes, I agree. They were right. The bard panel was lit up. But who's the bard? Duh. That would be you, Toa Wakasa. I mean, duh. He's a singer, bard, sing. I mean, that was easy. What? Me? Yes, you. You know what a bard is, right? A man of a proud tradition who sang, danced, and told stories to amuse and entertain everyone from peasant to monarch. And that's your job, right? You sing, dance, entertain, etc. Besides, you were the only one who could hear the song of the demons. Okay, I just need to do what you guys did, right? He glanced at me and swallowed. For a moment I was worried he was going to say he was too scared to do it. Maybe now that I've done it, he's too embarrassed to say he was too scared to do something a girl could. Wakasa said nothing, just turned back around and slowly approached the demon head. He waved his hand in front of the sensor. Oh, look, the bard panel turned off. And then it appears we were correct in guessing that Wakasa was our bard. Now the ninja panel appears to be lit. Okay, well, who the hell's left? I don't think he'd be a ninja. Am I a ninja? I don't think I'm a ninja. A ninja, huh? Oh, well, we know it's safe for about 5 seconds after the trap fires, but... Oh, I'm a gymnast! No, I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry. It would have been so funny if it was Shido. Hold on! I needed some fucking acrobatic... You're like, was he in the Olympics? Like, did you just see him cartwheel and, like, backflip around this shit? The fuck is that? That is amazing. That'd be funny as fuck, but... In theory, someone could trigger the arrows as they ran using the 5-second intervals to move past each head. But the coordination required would be... one slip-up and they'd be toast. Everyone was silent. Then finally, Shirabe spoke. Oh, well, first we have to figure out who our ninja is. All we've got left is myself, the gamer kid here. Oh, no, I was reading in the gamer kid's voice. I was like, wow, I got confused. Okay. Oh, well, first we have to figure out who our ninja is. All we've got left is myself, the gamer kid here, and the young lady. And you know what? It's me or her, so that leaves you, pal. How do you know it's not me? I could be a ninja. Rude. And then you're the princess. Mayoshi's mouth tightened slightly, but he began to walk towards the demon heads. Whatever that top panel is probably going to be us. Because it's top and it's special, and that just makes me think that if that is... then our uncle is definitely setting this shit up. Mayoshi's mouth tightened slightly, but he began to walk towards the demon heads. Mayoshi? This is essentially a rhythm game. I've played plenty before, and my reflexes are pretty close to S rank. What? Oh, hold on a second. Let's not rush into anything. She is correct. The poisonous gas afforded us some margin for error. A crossbow bolt through the abdomen affords somewhat less. Mayoshi stopped, his brows knit. What are we going to do now? They'll be purified by the light that shines in the darkness. And we still haven't figured out what this part means. I got a feeling we should. Is the light that shines in the darkness supposed to refer to these torches? Or maybe the sensors and the demons? No idea. We all shook our heads in silence. What should we do? Maybe we should just let him try. Think about it some more. It just seems like we're going to prolong letting him do it. It's like, blah, 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 blah. You know what? Why not? We're just going to end up letting him try, right? So why don't we just jump right to it? I think we're going to have to trust Mayoshi. I didn't like it, but there was nothing else we could do. We were out of options, see? So we would have been like thinking, and then we would have gotten to this. Hold on, guys, sneeze. So, all right. Now we got love points. We're getting love points with everybody. He looked me in the eye and nodded, then turned and headed down the hallway. Oh, no. I can't watch. Wakasa covered his face with his hands and turned away. Everyone else watched Mayoshi go, but none of us felt good about it. Here goes. He took a deep breath, moved into a crouch, and leapt forward. Wow! He quickly established a rhythm, touching a sensor, waiting a split second for the air to fire, and then moving past to the next one. Why is he wearing a straitjacket, by the way? Like, damn, look at that kid go. He's like a real ninja. Even Wakasa had lowered his hands to watch in amazement. In a few moments, he disappeared into the darkness, and all we could hear was the thwack of arrows firing. Oh! A familiar chime echoed down the dark corridor. Yeah, looks like he made it. Yeah, but what about the rest of us? Then suddenly, the hallway exploded with light. Whoa, that's bright. Ugh! I threw up an arm to shield my eyes from the sudden light. As my eyes adjusted, I looked up. I hadn't noticed them before, but there were fluorescent lights all along the hallway's ceiling. And down at the end, I could see Mayoshi giving us the thumbs up. Good job! That was amazing! I grinned and returned the thumbs up. He really is a ninja. There's no way I could move like that. He sure hadn't looked very athletic, but the way he'd moved... It would appear the sensors no longer sense. As he spoke, he waved one of his hands in front of a demonic face. Nothing happened. Yeah, there's a switch down here that turns them all off. He gestured towards a spot on the wall. It looked like a switch had turned on the lights when it turned off the demons. So this is what it meant by purified by the light that shines in the darkness. I'll be damned. He wiped sweat from his brow as he spoke and gave a wavering sort of grin. I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding and headed down the hall toward Mayoshi. Well, check you out, bro. Not bad, not bad. Ow! Don't hit me. Mitarashi ignored him and gave Mayoshi another hearty slap on the back. I haven't quite gotten his voice because it starts to sound like other ones and I'm trying to find the place for it, but like, he's gonna have like a moody kid voice, like whatever. But, hey, you really saved our bacon, kid. Yes, well done. Thanks. And that was quite a predicament. Thanks. Yeah, really, you were amazing. He's so awkward. Well, someone had to do it. He looked down at the floor as we spoke, his cheeks turning a bright shade of red. It looked like Mayoshi didn't take compliments very well. Maybe he just doesn't like all the attention. We've only got one more puzzle left. Oh man, why can't we be done already? I don't think I'm gonna make it. He's such a drama queen. Yeah, there's still another puzzle. But we got this far, didn't we? That's 2 puzzles. What's one more? The look on Cheeto's face is like, you fucking kidding me? It's gonna be the hardest one yet. That must be nice having such an optimistic attitude. I get that a lot. Wakasa gave me a look, but before he could speak... Whoa! That's the same sound we heard when we cleared the room of the Guardian. The fanfare was quickly followed by an announcement. The corridor of hate has been completed. There was a loud clank from the end of the corridor like a lock opening. I'm sorry, I should have been doing the announcer and tour guide Spacey voice because we don't get to do that in this. Because we don't have, like, you know, the glossary to read. I let out a sigh of relief. Only one more puzzle, and then today's attraction is over. And we're not dead yet. The corridor of hate led to a long staircase that took us up and up. According to the map, the last room is at the end of these stairs. So far, we've spent about 3 hours. So 4 hours left. Not bad. We've really only been here for 3 hours? It had seemed much longer. Maybe because I hadn't been able to see that maybe because I hadn't been able to see the sun. That sun? As opposed to the other one? It feels like we've been in here all day. I'm tired, and now I'm starting to feel hungry. Then, almost as if he'd heard me, Miyoshi suddenly sat down on the stairs. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. I just need to rest a little. Oh my god, is he like diabetic or some shit? He's obviously tired out. That stunt earlier must have taken more out of him than he let on. Well, that's true, he did a lot of aerobics. Mitarashi stopped and came back down the stairs toward us. He frowned and took a hold of Miyoshi. I mean, 7 hours is a long time if you're, like, going in at noon and you haven't eaten lunch because you just got to the park and you maybe didn't eat breakfast and because you were like, I'm gonna eat my way through this theme park, and now you're here and you're like, fuck, we didn't get to eat. We don't have time to sit around, man. Come on, I'll lend you a shoulder. Let's go. Huh? What? I gotta spell it out for you? Just let me help. And maybe start training your body a bit. Don't just play games all day. You're a man, aren't you? Very effeminate man. With a grunt, Mitarashi hauled Miyoshi up to his feet and propped him up on his shoulder. Whoa, dang, bro. You getting enough to eat? I feel like I'm lifting a pillow. I'm fine. I watched them head off up the stairs. I guess Mitarashi's actually a pretty good guy. I thought he was kind of scary at first, but whoops, better get moving. I've been so busy thinking I'd fallen to the back of the line. Who knows what the next puzzle is going to be? I need to get up these stairs quick. Still, they were a pretty rough climb. When we'd started, I'd been hopping up them at a good clip, but now it seemed like they went on forever. Where's the escalator ride? Well, hello. Are you all right, Spacey? See, he would have called me by my last name. So now we're all Spacey. Oh, yeah. His crystal ball is just hovering. It's always just there in midair. It's like it hovers. He's like, I'm sorry. You ever see a fortune teller in real life? Like, maybe they carry their, but it doesn't hover. Like, he legit is magical. Your life has been in more or less constant danger for the last several hours. And there's no shame in feeling a bit tired. I love you, you weirdo. He smiled gently and held out his hand. Why not? Why not? After a moment or two of thought, I took Urabe's hand. I was tired, and I didn't want to get in anyone's way. Thanks. Sorry. And there's no need to apologize. I'm happy to be of assistance. If need be, I can even carry you. I mean, like, okay. I don't think it'll come to that. I'm fine. In reality, you'd be like, no thanks. But in a game, you're like, sure, piggyback? Why not? Oh, we have plenty of time left. And tiring ourselves out before we reach the final puzzle will help no one. A slightly slower pace would be a wise choice. Yeah, I had to figure taking his hand would give us love points with him, but whatever. We're getting love points with everybody. Urabe smiled again and gave me a conspiratorial wink. He's really nice. At long last, we reached the top of the stairs. In front of us stood a set of double doors. Everyone else was already there, taking a moment to catch their breath. There you are. Oh man, I'm wiped. I haven't been this tired since we played that gig on the pyramids. I sure could use a little pick-me-up right about now. Are you alright? Oh, that's me. Are you alright, Miyoshi? Yeah, Mitarashi gave me a hand. Good. Man, you guys need to hit the gym. This is sad. Everyone else is panting and tired, but Mitarashi seemed as energized and relaxed as he had an hour ago. Shido looked as if he was about to say something, but before he could... Well done, well done! I see you're not dead yet! Oink. Hogstein! We weren't likely to forget that voice anytime soon. I helped
to say, I'm having a lot of fun watching you lose your minds. From somewhere safe, of course.
Oink, oink. Bastard!
Ooh, how scary.
His attempt at manipulation was clear. To everyone except Mitarashi, apparently. Don't let him provoke you. You can't fight him. Not here. I know that. Urgh. He shook Shido off and spat angrily. So that little creep's got eyes and ears on us everywhere we go. Shirabe appeared to be thinking the same thing I was. And there were probably surveillance cameras all over the place. Right. Yeah, I mean, if you died and got impaled by arrows, he'd want to watch that, right? He shoved another snack into his mouth and started scratching his beard.
Well, at any rate, the next puzzle is the last one in this attraction, so make sure to enjoy it. Until we meet again. Well, if we meet again, assuming you're not all dead.
And with that, he was gone. Damn pig! What the hell was the point of that? Is he just trying to mess with us? Probably. I imagine he's trying to get us riled up. In your case, at least, it seems to have worked. Yeah, well, I've been pretty pissed this whole time, you know. Didn't exactly need his help. Yeah. Maybe, but a little taunting isn't any reason for us to get our panties in a bunch. We ought to rest a bit before we move on. Mayoshi's looking pretty beat. Right. Sorry. Yeah, can't deal with this. As soon as we get out of here, I'm turning that bastard into bacon. Yummy. You're like, we all agreed that sounded delicious. No, we agreed to rest a little longer before heading to the last puzzle. Is he really just doing this for entertainment? He's taken the park staff hostage and chosen 7 heroes to solve these puzzles. It does feel like a game, although it's a pretty messed up one. But I feel like there's more to it. After a few minutes, we gathered ourselves and moved to the door, ready to take on the next puzzle. Alright, let's do this. Get your heads in the game, people. Mitarashi grabbed the doorknob and looked back at the rest of us. We all nodded back. Our short rest seemed to have restored some sort of calm. Even Mikasa looked determined. Alright, time to go to work. Here we go. It's me and other dudes. Well, it's other dude's turn first. Beyond the door was a glamorous Japanese-style room covered in Western ornamentation. The walls were all sliding doors, but a massive chandelier hung from the ceiling. It looked like a house built during the late 1800s or early 1900s. In the center of the room was another strange statue. And just like before, next to it was a device with 7 panels. The head is really big. Shirabe tapped his forehead and nodded. Neurarian? I'm just gonna go with that. I was like trying to figure that because there's a lot of. That's a Neurarian. I don't. What's a Neurarian? Neurarian? I don't know. Whatever. It's a monster that goes into people's houses and drinks their tea. And this one is different though. Oh my god! It's a monster that drinks your tea. It's just not that. I mean, I guess if you really like tea, that might be scary, but. Yes, it's got Western armor and it's holding a sword. This is the final boss from Samurai Fantasy VII. Ah, well that makes sense, I guess. Yeah. Moving carefully and checking everywhere for hidden traps, we slowly approached the statue. It's beautiful. What the hell, bro? Are you serious? Just looks like some sort of ugly alien. Yeah, it's really cool. The smooth, perfect sculpting. He didn't go so far as to touch it, but I got the impression that if he thought it was safe, he would have. Miyoshi is kind of funny. I was watching him gaze appreciatively at the statue when I heard a familiar voice. Take in hand the holy seal, and with the prayer of the priestess, defeat the Demon King. That would be me. The light of victory will illuminate your path. It was confusing. Priestess, huh? The lit panel was a picture of a woman. but it's not going to be me. Watch it. Well, I would assume that we are the last, but maybe not. But that, I'm just saying. Hey, that was my theory. We should investigate the room thoroughly. Once we know more, we can examine the hint more closely. Spacey. Yes? I think we should split up again. I'd like you to decide how. Me? Why? You seem to have good intuition. Does anyone have any objections? Oh, is it because you secretly love me? You kind of do. You love me, right? All right, baby, it's fine. You're my glasses asshole, and I dig it. Fine, whatever. Let's just get moving. How should we split up this time? Examine the statue with Shido and Yurabe. Examine the floor with Shirabe and Mayoshi. Examine the sliding doors with Mitarashi. Why are we not examining anything with Toa? Huh. Well, well, isn't it odd that, well, and these ones also have periods and this one doesn't. We haven't gotten any love points with Shido, but we've gotten points with him, haven't we? Wait. Yeah, because he's, it's confusing, I gotta remember the first and last names. That's Crystal Ball Guy, we got a little love points with. I'm wondering if why, I don't understand why Toa's not on here, but maybe everything else is paired up, so maybe he's supposed to be in this? You know? Let's try this. Alright, looks like we're tackling the doors. Man, these drones are kind of creepy. Plus, we haven't gotten love points with him, so maybe if we try to keep it even, just in case. Instead of over-pointing with one person or another. Do you guys know what these are supposed to be? Well, I'm pretty sure they're demons. Okay, so he was supposed to be on there, but for some reason not. I don't know. But everyone else, it was like, go with these two, or this one person, and then Toa's not there, so only thing that kind of worked. We're trying to get down his path, so. I think this is probably the Parade of 100 Demons. And do you know a lot about demons? No, not really. I was just in this movie about demons, so I picked up some stuff. Didn't you ever see Demon Armageddon? Sorry, no. Man, talking to you is depressing. Look at his pout. Of all the high school girls out there, you get stuck with the one who doesn't have any idea who you are. Nice work, bro. Hey, it's not my fault she's some kind of shut-in. Anyway, look, I thought these were real at first, but they're just painted on, see? Yeah, I guess you're right. They were real, it'd be way too easy to get out of here. Hold on a second. I pointed at a section of wall. And that one looks like a real door. Really? Huh, you're right. This one's real. Oh, wait. Look at the other wall. There's another one. What? As it turned out, there was a door on each wall. The entrance wasn't going to be much help, of course, so that left us with 3 possible doors. Then, I'll bet one of these is the right door. Yeah, that one over there, because that one's on the right. But then if you turn, then that one's on the right. And then if you turn, that one's on the right. And then if you turn, that one's on the right. So they're all technically on the right. They're all the right door, depending on which way you're facing. I know that's not what I meant, but I was just being funny. Anyway, shut up. It was hilarious. I don't think we're going to find anything else. Let's go see what the other groups found. Mitarashi and Mokasa agreed. It only took a few minutes to go over everything we'd learned. Shido reported finding a diamond-shaped hole going all the way through the statue, from its stomach to its back. Also, the statue and its base were apparently made of different materials. Shirabe had found a mark on the floor that looked like 3 leaves of wild ginger. They suspected this was a holy seal. On top of that, the ginger crest appeared to be some sort of button, although they hadn't tried to press it. Probably not. Okay, it looks like we found everything we're gonna find. And now how does this mess connect to what we heard? Take in hand the holy seal. and with the prayer of the priestess, defeat the Demon King. The light of victory will illuminate your path. Take in hand the holy seal, and with the prayer of the priestess must mean that the priestess has to push the button with the seal on it. Shido reached over and put his hand on my arm. Spacey, you're gonna have to do it. I do love him. What? Why me? Well, you have to be the priestess. You're the only woman here, after all. That and the only people who haven't gone yet are you and Shirabe. There's no way in hell he's a priestess. Oh, yes, I guess that makes sense. All right, I'll give it a shot. Hey, this is sexist. He could be the priestess. They didn't know that of the 7 people, there was only going to be 1 chick. They didn't plan this. Did they plan it? They would have to have planned it in advance. I took a deep breath and pushed the button. Everyone swallowed. It's not me. Huh. Nothing's happening. I've been expecting, well, something. This was odd. I give it another shot. Maybe it's sticky. Right. I pushed again as hard as I could. I don't think it's even moving. What? Maybe it's broken. He gestured for me to move aside and pressed down the seal with his foot. Oh. I told you he was the priestess. Because it was totally like obvious, like priestess. It's not going to be us. We're the last person standing. I told you. Our uncle set this shit up. That's the mystery. If that's the mystery, I'm going to be really fucking pissed because I have not read any spoilers about it, and I'm just fucking mad if that's the case because what the hell? Anyway, a pleasant chime sounded, and the priestess panel disappeared to be replaced by the warrior. I'm the warrior. Although I did run headfirst into, I volunteer as tribute, so I'm the manliest of the men out of this. I'm just saying. What the hell? Why'd it work for me? I guess you must be the priestess. What? No. That's crazy. Lies. Look, if I'm either of those pictures, I'm the warrior. He looked hurt and a little flustered, but... Oh, yeah, like he's the one that would get pissed. He's the last one I would have expected to get as pissed off about being a priestess. You know what I mean? Are you kidding me? This old fart's supposed to be a priestess? I suppose the old adage is true. One cannot judge a book by its cover. Don't laugh at him! But it's so funny. Damn it! Leave me be, you harpies! Backstabbers! How is this girl a warrior? Something's up here and I don't like it. It is a little strange, but at least it looks like we got it to work. Shido had remained silent until now, but he suddenly spoke up. The only person with a dead tear. Yeah, not laugh. Everyone's cracking up and he's just like, this is hilarious. But anyway. Or perhaps Spacey isn't actually represented by one of these panels. What? Why? You volunteered to participate, but we were chosen. You're an unforeseen element. The warrior on that panel might be for whoever was originally intended to be here instead of you. I see. That would make sense. Right. Oh, wait. You're saying I still would have been the priestess? Man, that's gotta hurt. It's okay, buddy. It's fine. Get over it. You know, you seemed like an okay character until you're getting pissed off about being the priestess. Like, let's not be a sexist dick now. Calm down. It's only a guess. But if you think about it, the fact that this game seems so specifically tailored to us is even more unsettling. Damn it. Where does that pig get off just making stuff up? What? Was the guy who was supposed to be here have a top knot and a pair of swords or something? The humor of the situation was beginning to ebb. Yeah, I really don't care who the priestess is. We figured out this part of the puzzle. Yeah, so what do we do next? Oh, hey, take a look at this. Part of the floor opened up. We all ran over to see what Wakasa was talking about. Sure enough, there was now a large hole in the floor. Looks like there's something inside. Let's see what it is. Mitarashi, either unafraid or unwavering of the possible danger, stuck his hand into the hole and pulled out a bloody stump. A katana? Looks like it. First time I've ever held a real one. This thing's pretty heavy. Look, on the guard. Do you think this is... okay. Wild ginger. The same seal as before. This must be the holy seal then? Yeah, maybe. This is the holy sword Muramasa from the game. The holy sword Muramasa from the game. It's an heirloom of the Tokugawa family, and the only thing that can hurt the Nurarian? Whatever it is. I can't read that. I keep trip over it every single time. But anyway. And that's why there's a shape, and that's the... meh. Yeah! What is... what it is? Oh! Okay. I was, like, trying to figure out what he was saying. Well, I couldn't read that. Oh, we're, like, way over. Jesus. Yeah, what it is totally sweet looking. A holy seal, huh? Mitarashi drew the sword from its scabbard with a flourish and swung it around a few times, grinning and posing. You have obtained an item. The voice echoed across the room. I guess we got it right. Apparently. The next part is defeat the Demon Kings, so... well, that's easy. Mitarashi swaggered over to the statue and with one dramatic motion shoved the sword through it. Stupid! You're not the warrior! See? Fits that hole perfectly. Interesting. So the hole was made to fit the sword. I suppose this would count as defeating the Demon King. Mitarashi gave the sword a final shove, and the statue made a small click, followed by an electronic whirring noise. But... hey, looks like that triggered something. But we're not going to find out what it is now. We have to stop because we're, like, over time, and I totally didn't even realize because I was just really invested in this. Like, shit. Like, this is good. It's entertaining. I like this. There's a mystery, and we don't know what's going on, and this is fun. But, we're going to figure out what the fuck we're going to continue in the next part. So I'm just going to end this here. A little cliffhanger. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.